What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We have Josh Bovarnick versus Nelson Louie. As we get started here, we don't know what either player is playing, but it looks like Nelson's going
Dark
first. And
Magician.
there's Dark Magical Circle off the bat. Definitely, if you're playing Dark Magicians, you want to play this. I actually had to play against this at Regionals this weekend and barely won. Barely in a Game 3 that went into time, and then I won before time was up, but... This deck actually has so many tricks, but Josh Bovarnick is a very seasoned judge. So, Card-D. I like that. I don't think I've ever seen that in DMs.
Yeah, I've seen a few people like Deception playing Curry Bandit instead, but Card-D is very strong. Yeah, especially because if that's an Eternal Soul set or even a Navigation, he's ready to go with a potential Dark Magician in hand.
So matching that Card-D card for card is Desires, but the fortunate thing for Nelson is that he didn't have to banish 10 to get his plus. But he did eat his normal summon. So, ooh, sets. That seems indicative.
Oh, got some more.
Okay.
We got plays.
3 sets. Four sets.
4.
Card of Demise.
Can we see a 5th?
We can see a card of Demise for the +1. Nope.
It's not.
Oh, Magician's...
Ooh, here's the Navigation I was talking about.
Yeah, Navigation, definitely one of their strongest cards.
Being able to get 2 huge beaters out of nowhere and then get the Banshee card on top of that is just ridiculous.
Hey, thanks for that follow. And there I'll have the donation and follow alerts above. So yeah,
and we see a frog.
There goes Dupe. Banished, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, that's huge. Oh, Dark Magic attack. Gonna wipe all the opponent's spell and traps.
Better be chaining those.
Wow, that is sick. I'll activate my
Paleozoics.
I'll activate my Dark Magic attack. Wow.
What's a Feather Duster?
Oh man, well there's 2 chains.
We got chains.
Okay, so this... People call this a Karma Cut. That's very deceptive because it also hits spell and traps. It hits anything. So calling it a Karma Cut's pretty wrong. Oh, everything's popping off here.
The one thing I really like about the quote-unquote Karma Cut too is that it doesn't even discard his cost, so like if something happens to you...
He didn't lose a single card!
That's really powerful. So like he's gonna get rid of another card, he's gonna pop something, he's not gonna die this turn, and he's drawing too. It's definitely, if he had to get hit with that, it's probably the best outcome you could ask for.
I'm surprised since Compulse got hit that it didn't activate on the Dark Magician.
Yeah, that is a good point. I wonder why.
Because it targets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I think a slight overlook between all the chains. He was probably stunned by how many chains just went off. Adds Max C, so he knows that he's going to be able to stymie an entire turn. And now he's fine giving him life points because he can't do damage anyways this turn. There's no way he's going in. Gonna attack for funsies.
It's put in the fear of God from the 0 damage.
Hey, what up, Martin19? Thanks for joining us.
Now, the real question is, with the 2 cards he drew off of Reckless, are they going to be able to keep him back into the game, or is he going to have to choke on his own 2 draw phases being missed? Yeah, because as it stands, he has 2 Paleozoics in grave, so... Or 3, actually, so if he just draws a trap, which it looks like he did, he's good to go.
Yeah, all sets pretty intense there.
Honestly, some of the backer of the Paleozoic deck can play is terrifying. I've seen people play like the Mirror Forces, some even play the Artifact build. You really never know what's in there. He's taking the 21.
Well, he knows that Max C is there. He wants to bait it as efficiently as possible to where he's like only losing 1 card, I think.
Yeah, he's playing around it very well for the most part. Now, the question is, can Dark Mission start like pushing for concession? That's pretty good.
At least it can't hit the trap monsters like its very first days of text. When Kaiku was released, it could hit everything, but it quickly got eroded. Back to the hand. But that's not too bad of a position for Nelson here.
I agree.
Like that Kaiku can just be summoned back. Okay, yeah, here's the one. So it's gonna be the only summon. I don't think you chain the maxi yet, but
no, I don't think so either. It's interesting that okay. I guess he does.
I guess he just wants to dig for cards now and try to get his Dark Magical Circle back going.
Yeah, it's interesting that if he were to just leave the one on board, because he's not drawing, it must imply that one of his other sets is also a trap to protect it. Otherwise, there's no real point in summoning it only to get banished.
I think the reason he drew with the maxi is to try to turn his Dark Magical Circle on. And there's an attack for 1200, so doing some damage back and setting another. So now we're playing the game of, can this Dark Magician player out these new back rows? Are the new back rows non-chainables? Man, that was really lucky at the beginning of his other turn that every single card was chainable to that Dark Magic attack.
Yeah, against another deck, that would have probably been a blowout right there.
Yeah.
He's still in it.
Magispectors would have been a complete blowout. Lost everything but a tornado.
And the attack goes through.
I don't think there's anything to banish, though. Is there? Nope.
No.
My boy Kaiku. And now he has 4 sets of his own, locking up that back row, but that means he's confident, probably, that he can just activate something and get going.
Yeah, because like in the event he rips like a Dark Magician or a way of getting a Dark Magician, if one of those is Eternal Soul, he's ready to go and start looping. But there's a swap
What a top
that's
deck.
definitely going to start putting some pressure on.
Yeah, definitely needed to see that. This gets his entire engine running. Frogs definitely, it looks like he was pretty much... Oh, no. And if he can't protect it in the graveyard, this Kaiku's actually going to remove it from game.
Ooh, and he triggers the Magician in his hand, too. That's also powerful.
Oh, man. Solemn Strike is going to shut that down real quick. And since it's a counter trap, none of his traps are going to get to react to that.
Right.
But if neither of these traps protect that Swap Frog, it's a lost resource.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Man, what an interesting, like, kind of intertwining, what would you call these, interactions between these two decks.
Yeah, it's very back and forth. Like, there have been so many times where you would think it's over, but here they are continuing to fight it out.
Yeah,
now it's just a question of can they keep it going.
Oh, strike back again! Protecting the Swap Frog, killing the Kaiku off the board, but lowering himself to 1500. But there's not a lot of monsters. Dark Magicians can just... Never mind. When I'm saying there's not a lot. There's not a lot of pressure that I thought was going to get put on, but here's Rod right away, the level 3 that you can just summon, and you add any spell or trap card from your deck to your hand that says Dark Magician in the text.
All I'll say is if he rips Swap Frog, he's a god.
I mean, into 3 back row. Oh, I don't know if there will be 4 or 3 back rows, but...
Well, because the cool thing is he can get another Dark Magician out of his hand and trigger the circle to banish something.
Yeah, so it has to be Swap Frog and a protective back row. Then strikes are out of the ability now, so, but that wouldn't protect anyways. And there is the surrender. Really great game 1. We always like to take this time to thank ARG, Troll and Toad, and PPG. Without them, we wouldn't have amazing free tournaments with no entry, just free. First place gets a box. They get really special things like it's one of the only ways right now you can earn buys at ARGs again. 2-round buy to first place. Second place gets a first round buy. And just other awesome things like if you donate to the stream and support us and our future projects like being able to live stream regionals. We have product raffles monthly that we give away to the stream chatter people who do support us. And thank you for supporting on Patreon also. We will include those people in these raffles as well, I believe. I have to okay that with Robbie, but we should be including them. If not, I'll probably figure out something special for you guys. Thanks, Lost Soul.
Alright, so going into this game too, like, if you're the Paleozoic player, what do you side against Dark Magician?
I don't know if you had a side ready. Like, some interesting things would actually be like, what's it called? There are very interesting cards for Dark Magicians that could cross format. What's that arrow card that destroys all Spell Shattering Arrow?
Spell Shattering.
Yeah, Spell Shattering Arrow actually would like hit navigation, or not navigation, the Dark Magical Circle, and also like the moment they flip anything else up, like they think they're going for a play to abuse that, and then you just wipe it off, do some extra damage as a quick play.
Yeah, if you can take care of Eternal Soul, then you basically just nuke their board, and it's it's removal plus Regeki on top of it.
Twin Twisters if you're not already maining 3, but with Paleozoics, I imagine you're just trying to pitch them to grave sometimes, so I imagine he was main decking them. But I've seen builds without them as well.
Yeah. Alright, and we're off.
The moment of truth, here we go. Josh going first, hoping to draw that frog. Starting with sets doesn't look like it.
It could be okay, though, depending on what he drew.
Ooh, rough. And I think we saw, unless we saw, like, one off the duality and he somehow got another, I think Nelson here is playing multiple dark magic attacks.
I mean, that's definitely important knowledge, but there's a circle.
Yep.
Starting off the momentum himself.
And this weekend I went from 3-1 to 3-3. Very unfortunate. Went to game 3 every single time. No blowouts. Every single game, actually. All of my rounds were game 3. Even against Raccoons round 1. Jesus. Raccoons took me to game 3 2-time, and I won in time against them also, but did not win because of time.
And Circle adding another copy of Circle. That's good to have for the following turn, maybe.
Hey, thanks for that follow, Nemesis Elite. Haste Lexin. Okay, so we got the duality again. Very similar to the first game. Ooh, Eternal Soul and Emptiness. Wow, I don't think we're taking that upstart. It's very, very hard to... What?
You.
I'm just wrong.
He doesn't even need Vanities or Eternal Soul.
Upstart Hope and Best. Best card. Maybe he just needs another piece that bad.
Perhaps. It also is the possibility that he already has the Eternal Soul and genuinely doesn't need the Emptiness compared to the other stuff he has in hand. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I played Empowered ABCs.
Best deck.
It definitely let me down this weekend. Should have played Metal Foes, but I did not have time to playtest it. I literally hadn't played... Ooh, here's one of the new ones. We have Marella. Maria?
Yeah, I love this one.
Is it Aya? Like, is the double L's like Y's, or is it just Ella?
I think it's Morella. We're gonna call it Morella.
Alright. And it sends a Morella.
Yeah, so like, on its own, it loads up 2 Paleozoics, so like, if you have any backer whatsoever, you're gonna start chaining and making your board. I think it's very underrated.
Dark Magician's got game 1 raid.
Yes.
So this is the Pikai. I actually don't know. Oh, the draw 2 card's nice. So he's turboing out advantage through his engine, trying to get to that frog, but now there's sets, so he has to be wary of like strikes and other possibilities. Reckless Greed.
Reckless. There's another trap coming back from grave.
Yeah, I really like the advantage. Like Reckless, not the -1 for +2 for turns. It's able to get a trap to replace itself on that advantage and get you rolling.
Ooh, there's Max C. It's not going to be free.
That's actually amazingly timed. It's really cool that he didn't do it on the first one. He waited until the board was committed and there would have to be an Xyz play. That was actually very, very smart by Nelson.
Yeah, exactly. Because if he just leaves it as it is, then you can run over either of those monsters and they're just gone forever.
But now he has to decide if he wants to face Toadally Awesome, or if he has a banish play, try to summon something and banish before Toadally Awesome hits. Is the extra card worth it?
Or you could always make a Opibinia the searcher for the deck.
Unaffected by monster effects. Oof. Rough.
And getting to add a trap every turn and then activate it from your hand. That's always good.
Yeah, the hand thing is huge, actually.
Yeah, so you can just add the Karmika, let them play, and just be like,
but
nope.
It is totally awesome, dude.
Gnarly.
What up, Alka Ninja? So Twitch audience, there's 36 of you here already. Thanks for joining. Do you guys think I should start streaming on YouTube or keep up here? Twitch alerts now works for both. But if I figure out a way to stream on both, I would want to do both. But if it's limited to one, would you rather see me here or on YouTube?
Alright, now this is huge because he already revealed Duke Frog Game 1, so now he has to get rid of the Toad without battling it. Or at least has to go through the Duke Frog first. And it'll get him a search. Not to mention the 4 other back row he's facing.
You feeling froggy, Buell?
It's a very rare Pepe if I've ever seen one.
There should be a way to stream on both. I agree. I'll try to figure it out. There definitely should be a way to do both, and then set up Twitch alerts for both. But like, I feel like running off of XSplit, that'd be very hard to do both on one XSplit because it's giving its source code to Twitch. But maybe it can do 2 keys at once. It'd be hard to keep track of 2 Twitch or chats, but like the YouTube chat would probably be separated. I would just keep the Twitch chat on the screen. OGs get the plug. Oh, Desires. So we're playing plenty of draws. Man, the consistency of this deck must be really good with triple card, double. I don't know how many he plays. And then like Desires. The draw power seems right there.
Especially with access to cards like 3 Allure of Darkness too. I'd imagine that's in there too. So like really he can just like thin through his deck. And there's a mass change. Gonna force the negate right there. He's gonna lose one of these.
Oh, so he's
gonna
banish. Yeah, there's... That was a huge commitment, and this, is this Dinomischus? Yep, Dinomischus. Look, stream, I did it before I hovered. I knew what it was.
It's especially powerful, too, because he's getting like a Paleozoic that you can't run over by battle, and he still has a negate with Toadally Awesome.
Both these players have so many cards, though. Seven cards to 2, 4, 6, 7 cards still after all this. This is interactive Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's actually quite fun. Second dark Magical Circle hits the field. Can they both activate their effects at the same time?
No. You can only banish 1 per turn.
Okay.
Ooh, but there's another Dinomischus.
Man, these tentacles are doing what tentacles do, man.
Oh man, he's getting another Paleo back. Just Duke Frog is putting in so much work right now, getting all of your chalks back for free, and then you can't even kill them. And if you do somehow get through it, you get the search.
I'm going in on your boys in the chat.
Oh no.
Somebody said, "Oh my gosh, Bobby Porter, you top 4 to a YCS in Italy, right?" And I said, "He topped your mom in Italy." Genlock Isaac, get it right.
Oh man, Bobby Potter, I'm such a big fan. Can I have your autograph if you're watching?
He's a wizard. So this Reckless Greed again, not even caring that he can't draw because he's going to draw more and get more cards. He has so many overlay
ready
options.
to go.
Yeah, he can make like a cat shark and another toad. He has plenty. He can make that Opabino we were talking about, but I imagine he wants to put the pressure on. Even though, yeah, I mean, Nelson's only at 56. He probably should make a toad and a cat shark.
Yeah, because like the cool thing is, like even if he starts pushing and it doesn't go through, it's not like he doesn't have any negates to like save himself.
Well, he's gonna go with the 0 attack Opabina here instead.
Still, being able to generate resources like that, it's never a bad thing. Even if he's already in a good position, you may as well like solidify it. Plus, you can always make another toad.
Totally, dude. This is a really fun interactive match. Surprisingly, like, even though Tree Toad Totally Awesome negates a lot of things, It's interactive Yu-Gi-Oh! And it makes you think. Like, it can take your stuff, but you can play around it. You kind of have to prevent it if you can, but again, players will get to go first. That's why Totally Awesome Heroes are so good. What deck do you think is insane? What deck do you think's better though, Totally Awesome Heroes or Paleozoic Frogs?
It's a tough call. I can see the merit of both, but I feel like Heroes, like, they're more dependent, because if you look at it, because the deck's been around for a while, like a long while, and hasn't really done stuff without Darklaw, or in this case Toad.
It needs to dice roll more.
Yeah, if it can't make Toad or that, it's not really like that great, but Paleozoics can win just by playing their deck.
Yeah, they can.
So I feel like Paleo is the better deck as a whole.
They can go second and still play. They're not reliant on like a specific card winning them games and trying to block the opponent. While they can block the opponent, as you see, they're able to like play back here. Even though Josh got to go first, this game, like last game, he was able to play back a lot. This is not a game, Heroes Unite. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. We are watching our tournament series. And right now, it's just a pretty cool back and forth going on. I believe
We're
Josh...
gonna see that even further going into Game 3.
Yeah, Game 3s are so common in this format, but side decking, I think there has not been this important of a side deck format in a very long time. Because I've seen a lot of people after side decking, the person who goes second wins right out, especially in the ABC matchups. Like system down, oh, there goes everything you set up. Equivocativeness on the tag outs, oh, there goes your buster, I'll draw the card. Those kinds of things are insane. Somebody used Burial on Billy. I forget how they described it to me. Like, they got Billy with Burial somehow.
You mean like Burial from a different dimension?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he was playing... He's been trying out every deck, and he was playing ABCs, and somebody got him with Burial, and he was like, I was so mad.
I'd be upset.
Oh, man.
Don't even need the draw off Acquisitiveness.
Yeah, the score is 1-1. We are going to the final game in this knockout, drag-down brawl of a match between Dark Magicians and Paleozoics.
Definitely not a matchup you see every day, and certainly an entertaining one. Alright, so we have Dark Magician taking first this time with a circle.
All three games. That happened against me too, all three games. It's like this card finds its way to those hands. That if they truly believe in the heart of the cards, it will find its way to their hands, Buell.
It's the ultimate wizard's will.
So Nelson obviously believing in the heart of the cards. But, two sets
doesn't look like he added anything off the circle.
Yeah, that seems rough. Do you think he misclicked or something? Did something...
No, because circle, you look at the top three cards, and if you have a Dark Magician card among them, you add, but if you don't, you just stack them.
Oh, no.
So he must not have hit one.
And Swap Frog starting off, so finally the optimal opening for... But there goes that
met
Swap
with a
Frog.
strike. Swap Frog is not coming out to play this match.
Yeah, Desire Swap Frog seemed really good, but a dupe nonetheless, and a Ronin Totem coming out, so he's still gonna get his turn. This is what I was talking about, this deck being able to go second better than Heroes.
Right, because like you can have one or two cards negated and you can still play the game, as opposed to Heroes, which relatively needs all of its pieces to go through. Oh man, so a minimum of 3 back row and a Toad staring down Dark Magicians. He's really going to have to start pushing it, or else he's going to get swept away.
Yeah, he's got to deal with a Toad. Oh, but there is that's probably going to get negated, Eternal Soul. But that would be at the cost of Tree Toad itself, because it's the only one on the field. Nope.
It's letting it go.
So Eternal Soul face up, and he can use it once every turn now. That's interesting. Yeah, I did not know it. I forgot its secondary effect because I was like, ah, that's a joke. But adding Dark Magic Circle is no joke, actually. Ooh, anti-spell.
So a Fragrance and a Toad is looking pretty strong.
Yeah, and the dupe lock is on, and you have to get through that dupe frog too. But if he is able to get that Toad to use its effect, he's going to be summoning not just one, but 2 beaters probably. Oh! What a match we have here! But this is going to get to add swap frog back, or is it banished? Yeah, it's banished. He has a choice of dupe or Ronin or sending Toadally back, I think.
Right. It's interesting to note, too, because he didn't draw a Dark Magician card off of Circle, he knows the next 3 cards he's drawing, so he can play around that with that knowledge.
Why did he get Ronin to hand instead of dupe here? It would seem like dupe's the card you want to get, because you could just summon it and have dupe lock.
Yeah, not even that, just because you have the ability of, like, triggering, like, Ronin then, too.
Yeah, from Grave. Like, it seems super backwards, at least to me, not to just add the dupe frog. But then again, Josh has been playing this deck. I have not. And now the slow down play, he's going to start setting his cards so they can be activated. And this Gamma Seal's still a big monster for Josh.
Yeah, for sure.
So Ronin's gonna get to come out here. He'll probably overlay into another Toad, force Nelson to keep dealing with negations.
Yeah, because even with 2 set cards, like, there's not much he can do. And, like, most of the cards that would really get him out of jail in the situation, he can't even activate because of Fragrance.
And he's going to get to attack with 2 2200s. He attacks with the Toad in case... Oh, it's Knights and Sorcerer. Interesting spice there, but not effective in this duel. He attacks with the Toad because if there's anything to negate, it'll Alua Akbar itself to the grave, and Gamma Seal will get to attack direct still. Whereas if he attacked with Gamma Seal and it's something there had to be a negate, then Tree Toad loses the attack and he doesn't get the 2200 direct. So Josh very well showing his sequencing of attacks and knowledge of the game.
Yeah, it's looking like the heart of the cards are necessary in this case. Can he draw the can the Ultimate Wizard make a late appearance?
Well, that Upstart Goblin is gonna go off now.
Patrick Hoban has joined the party.
Patrick Hoban not absent from these duels. And there's a set. This is looking pretty grim. Ooh, card D. You can negate and take no. But
oh my god, and it's a 2, so you can make something with it as well.
Surprisingly enough, he did not activate Toadally Awesome's effect to special, maybe fearing a Solemn Strike when there were so many sets.
That's a very good point.
But now, yeah, see, with 2 sets now, he really can just attack. If either of these attacks goes through, he wins.
Right, but if, say, that's a Navigation and a Strike set, that's a huge 1-2 punch.
Up, there's the game.
And it's not...
Dark Magician's unable to grab this out, but 2 very interesting decks as Paleozoic Frogs take out Yugi and his Dark Magicians here under Nelson's guys. Josh Bovarnick from PPG's own taking it. Any final notes, Alex?
No, it was definitely a very entertaining match, and I hope it's the first of many we'll see later on in the tournament.